Well. We got the old protein shake. Right, guys. A lot has happened. It's time to update you on the COP TV. Smash that like button. I thought I'd film from the balcony today. Behind me, you can see the home of the champions. This is Liverpool City Centre, after all. But welcome back, right? Welcome back. Let me know if you like the vibe up here. Let me know if you'd like me to film more videos up here. But there's three things I want to talk to you about today in this video. So make sure you smash that like button and get your comments in, right? First of all, the Isak saga reignites, people. It reignites, right? We're off again, right? He put out a statement, and then Newcastle last night reacted to that statement by putting out their own statement. I also want to big up and congratulate Mohamed Salah for making history, being the first person to win 3 PFA Player of the Year awards. Unbelievable achievement. And actually, there was 5 or 6 Liverpool players in the PFA Team of the Year as well. And of course, Federico Chiesa is staying. All that to come in this video. But let's get into what happened last night, just as I was about to tuck into bed, right? And I wanted to sleep on this, right, to get a bit more information on it. But last night, wow. Boy, did it kick off last night, right? Big up to Adidas, by the way, this little vintage number. But let's get into this, because this was the breaking news last night. Alexander Isak, whilst the PFA Awards were ongoing, whilst it was all kicking off down in, it was actually in Manchester last night, Alexander Isak issued a statement on his future on Tuesday evening, and Newcastle made a swift response. Let's get into his statement first. He released a statement accusing Newcastle of broken promises, and thus their relationship cannot continue. Right? The Swede said that change is in the best interest of everyone, not just myself. And in response to the loss of trust with Liverpool known to be his destination of choice, as we know, Newcastle responded very, very swiftly. Also in his statement, he did say, thank you to all my fellow professionals for voting me in the team. You know, thank you to Newcastle for helping me get in that PFA Team of the Year. But then as the statement rolled on, it got a little bit tasty, right? He was saying that, you know, promises and the trust has now been lost. You know, in his eyes, in his opinion, he was promised that he could leave Newcastle a long time ago. He made his feelings very clear at the end of the season that he would like to leave. Yes, there was no release clause in his 6-year contract. That was probably a big issue when you look back on it, that between him and his agent, they didn't sort that out. And you're thinking, well, if you want to leave and you've still got 3 years left on your contract, you should probably have some kind of release clause in there. But no, there wasn't. He just wants to move. The trust has been broken. The relationship can't continue. And in the best interest of everyone, according to Alexander Isak, he now must leave, right? But then Newcastle, were they having it? No, they weren't, mate, because they came back with this one. We are disappointed to have been alerted to a social media post by Alexander Isak this morning. So straight away, we're not happy. They're laying their cards out very firmly early on in the statement. We are clear in response that Alex remains under contract and that no commitment, so they're saying you're a liar. They're saying there was no commitment ever made by a club official to say that Alexander Isak could leave Newcastle United this summer. We want to keep our best players, but we also understand that players have their own wishes and we listen to their views. As explained to Alex and his representatives, we told you and your agent, we must always take into consideration the best interests of Newcastle United, the team and our supporters in all decisions, and we have been clear that the conditions of a sale this summer have not transpired. We do not foresee those conditions being met, aka unless 150 million quid bid comes in from Liverpool, you're not going nowhere, and that's down to us. This is a proud football club with proud traditions, and we strive to retain our family feel. Alex remains a part of our family, and this is the key bit. This is the key bit right here, people. He will be welcomed back when he is ready to rejoin his teammates. The key part of the statement, I think, you know, for those of a Liverpool persuasion here, will be that Newcastle did not categorically rule out this sale simply by saying, we do not foresee those conditions being met. So they're saying the bid of 110 million was well below what we value Alexander Isak at. It was a low ball offer. And until they come in with the proper 150 offer, which we don't foresee happening now, because according to the last time Liverpool made that bid, that was it, right? They're walking away from the deal. But I think that statement there, we do not foresee those conditions being met. To me, it leaves the door ajar, right, to get those conditions met, which is finding a replacement for Newcastle, obviously, and then securing a transfer fee close to their £150 million valuation. Liverpool have been expected to return with an offer, as we know, an improved offer, before the window closes on September the 1st. But it relies on Newcastle successfully signing a replacement, a forward to bring in with Wissa, and, you know, make sure that they can replace Alexander Isak. But wow, I can't believe that. I genuinely can't believe the statement from Alexander Isak, but then also Newcastle responding. Big power play that from Newcastle to say, look, you're not going nowhere, mate. No one promised you nothing. Stop lying. And he also went on to say how he's not at the ceremony tonight, but with everything going on, it didn't feel right to be there. Now, as a Liverpool fan, how do you react to this? Do you think, well, that's it, it's over? Newcastle have made their position very clear on this, as they have done for the whole summer. Alexander Isak has made his position triple clear. He does not think he can go back to this football club. It's over in his opinion. The relationship is over. The trust, the promises have been broken. I cannot go back to this football club. But then Newcastle have said he's still under contract and we will welcome him back when he is ready. But in Alexander Isak's eyes, he'll never be ready to go back to Newcastle. It's done. Finito. Terminado. I don't know finished in Swedish, which is, of course, his native language. But when promises are broken and trust is lost, the relationship can't continue. This is where things are for me right now and why change is in the best interest of everyone, not just myself. So Liverpool fans, how do you react to this? Do Liverpool now see that and go, right, we'll stick a bid in. We'll meet those conditions. We will buy Alexander Isak for 150 million. But on the Liverpool side of things, still need a centre-back. A winger would be ideal. Don't forget when Mo Salah goes to AFCON, that could leave us with only, I say only, Federico Chiesa, Cody Gakpo, Hugo Ekitike. Pretty light, knowing that we've also lost Luis Diaz, Darwin Núñez, and obviously the tragic passing of Diogo. But yes, Rio is available. You know, Wirtz can play in that wide position as well. So, wow. I mean, let's have a look at the date. It's the 20th today. That means there is 11 days left of this window. And in 5 days from now, Liverpool go to Newcastle and play them in their own patch. So at this stage, how does this one end? Is the priority a centre-back? Is it a winger? Is it now go and spend 150 on Isak? Let me know in the comments. Is that what you would like to see happen? I mean, I don't know how this one ends now. Newcastle have left the door ajar. They had to react to that statement. They're not going to be mugged off by their own player. And I actually respect them as a football club for putting out that statement last night, which actually broke the internet. Because whilst it was all going on in Manchester, Alexander Isak is on his Instagram stories. For the first time he has spoken. He's put out a statement, his side of the story. He also said that, you know, it was never a thing for him to return. Once the trust is gone, it's gone. Right. That one is pretty crazy, right? We'll have to react to that and more stories will come out from that. I'm absolutely sure of that. But let's talk about the PFA Player of the Year once again, Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah. Of course he was going to win it. Who else? Inevitable. Mo Salah was always going to win that last night. Great to see him win it in Manchester as well, by the way. And big up to Cecil for doing the red carpet last night, interviewing the stars as they arrived. Getting a bit too close to Mohamed Salah and Virgil van Dijk, in my opinion. Also, Alexis McAllister. He interviewed them all. So big up to him personally. But you can't be touching Virgil van Dijk like that. There's no way. There's no way you can touch him like that. But the team itself includes Matt Sells in goal. The right back was... who was the right back, actually? Let me just get this team up, because I'm just waffling at this stage. Let me actually get the team up, right? Because Mohamed Salah was obviously voted Player of the Year, which makes total sense. 28 goals, 29 goals, 18 assists, unbelievable numbers. And he becomes the PFA Player of the Year. He's the first player to win the accolade on 3 occasions. making him the GOAT now, in my opinion. Of course, I wanted him. Of course, I wanted to be a football player. I wanted to be famous and provide for my family, but you don't think about the big stuff when you're still in Egypt. Also, we saw Alexis McAllister, Bruno, Alexander Isak, Cole Palmer, Declan Rice were also on the shortlist. And he also was named the Football Writers Player of the Year award as well. Morgan Rogers actually won the Young Player of the Year as well. And the full team is Matt Sells, William Saliba, Gabriel, Van Dijk and Kirkes. They've gone for 3 centre-backs there, not a right-back. Interesting. Kirkes now a Liverpool player. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players in an 11-man team because we won the title. Alexis McAllister, Ryan Gravenberch as well. Unbelievable midfield that with Declan Rice too. Mohamed Salah, Isak and Chris Wood. Fair play to Chris Wood for being on that list as well. And it just makes you think how good Liverpool were last season and how much they've still got to do this season. The first game of the season is out the way. We go to Newcastle, we play Arsenal, then there's an international break. So big up to Mohamed Salah. You are the greatest, right? You're a history maker. Who else is it going to be? Of course it's Mo Salah. He's Mr. Inevitable. And finally, Federico Chiesa. I know it's a bit late now, but he's definitely staying at Liverpool, which means we keep the song for another year. We keep a very talented footballer who can come off the bench and create an impact for us, as he did the other night. So it's great news for Liverpool fans. Let me know how you feel about that. But obviously the main story is this Alexander Isak saga, which has taken another twist and another turn. My head was spun after that last night. I had to get down the gym and on the protein shakes this morning. But anyway, I'll be going to Newcastle. Why not? I'm away with the Geordies. I'm actually in the box with Matty Renton. So God knows what's going to have happened by then, but I can't wait to see how this drama all pans out now. Do Liverpool get their man Alexander Isak? Let us know in the chat. Until then, smash that like button. Don't forget, back in the studio tomorrow on DR Sports, but also recording videos from the studio. But today, being in Liverpool, I thought, why not? All right, let's show them the city live as it is. Sun is not out today, I'll be honest. It's a very grey day in Liverpool. But nonetheless, I thought I'd give you this view. So smash that like button, get your comments in and subscribe to the channel. See you again tomorrow. Take care.